Hello everyone, Jacquie Edwards here for Live at Lunchtime. Happy Friday. Thank goodness it's finally Friday. I am absolutely exhausted. Jet lag is getting me. I managed to sleep until 2:30 this morning. So it is now just about 1:30, so I've already been up for 11 hours and doing a million different things. I suppose the jet lag has been, I'm going to zoom it in because it's hard to hold my arms out that far. The jet lag has been good because I have been incredibly productive when I wake up at 2:30 in the morning. It's amazing how much you can get done when everybody else is sleeping because there are absolutely no distractions. But it is a little bit tiring when it gets to this time of the afternoon, and I'm just off to personal training now, which is going to be fun because I'm exhausted. But anyways, then that's the end of my Friday. Then I can come home and relax because otherwise I've been out and about all morning as well. Up in Oxford, I had 3 HMO inspections. So at three different properties with 2 different inspection officers. And of course, the first one was 15 minutes late. I had my morning perfectly timed. But of course, the first officer was 15 minutes late, which meant I was 15 minutes late, and exactly 15 minutes late I was for my second appointment. So I'd have been perfectly on time if the first guy wasn't late. But anyway, so I just wanted to tell just a couple stories of what happened. And the first inspection was at a property that got inspected last year. I appealed a couple of the things. Somebody came by, looked at things, told me one thing, and he's the same person that did the initial inspection has come back now to check and make sure we did all the changes, and he doesn't approve of one of the changes, which is one that the other lady that came to do the re-inspection had agreed that we could do. So now I'm going to, basically he's giving me a ding because I didn't complete the work in time, which I did because I completed it the way the other lady told me to do it. So now I'm going to have a little fight with the council on that one, and it's basically related to some of the back doors. We have them all, we weatherproof them, we draft proof them, so they're nice, they're watertight, they're wind tight, but he doesn't like them because the paint is peeling off on the bottom. So, but the other lady told us as long as they're weatherproof, we're gonna be fine. So I'll, probably have to have somebody else come out again. But anyways, then we moved on. We went to the next property. That was just a kind of a full regular inspection. There were just a couple little minor bits there. Otherwise, that house was in good condition. So it's nothing I'll argue over. It's one of the new houses that we took on this year. And it was quite nice because I was able to see into some of the bedrooms that I hadn't seen into before. So a couple of changes and updates to make there. A couple of broken window handles, things like that. So nothing that's too major to fix. And then I rushed over and met another HMO officer at one of the other houses. And this is a house that had all kinds of drama. God, was it last year? Yeah, last year, and the year before. So we did a garage conversion in the property. So we were going from 4 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms, but we wanted to have 6 people in them because the bedrooms are huge, the living room's huge, but the problem is the kitchen's quite small. So it took us, we did the garage conversion over Christmas. It took us like a month to do that. And then I applied for an amendment to the license about 3 months before we even started to do the conversion. I started messaging the council to say, what do we need to do? We're going to make this change. Finally, it came to January, and I hadn't heard back from the council, and the work was done. So I messaged them again and said, look, I haven't heard from you. It's been 4 or 5 months now. We're moving somebody in. So we moved a tenant in, so we had 6 people in the house. It must have been June, we finally got a call from the council. So this is like 9 to 10 months after we had first started messaging them that we wanted to have 6 people in the house. Finally got a call from the council. They came out and inspected and said, no, our kitchen wasn't big enough. So I had a big fight about that. And when they came to do the re-inspection, they actually brought a TV crew with them. So one of those horrible landlord shows was following the council officer that day. So I was on TV, which was exciting, which of course meant that the council took a hard stance on it and wouldn't agree to having 5 people or 6 people in the property. So they did give us the time. So once the couple moved out, we just replaced them with 1 person. So there were 5 people. So that not ideal, but it works. We still make a good amount of money on that property, so it's all fine there. A bit disappointing because, yeah, I think there's plenty of space for 6, but oh well, everybody's happier with 5. So, the next year, so that was earlier this year, they came to do the kind of full annual reinspection, and the officer that did the inspection had the wrong license conditions. So he had the ones from 2 years previously, not the most recent ones. So it was a big mess. He pulled up some of the stuff that I had already appealed and had taken off the license. So I had to appeal it again. So when he came out today, the new kind of reinspection officer, yeah, we basically went through the last 2 years of information so that we could all figure out what is going on and get back on the same page. So now we're on the same page with that one. I think we're all set. But the moral of these stories is that the HMO license officer doesn't always know absolutely everything. And they do make mistakes. They can take ages and ages in the process. You can appeal things if you don't agree with what your inspection officer has said. And, you know, they do make mistakes, so keep an eye on your conditions. Make sure you understand what's happening. Our licenses are every year. They're starting to do some longer ones now, but make sure, you know, if they're every 5 years or whatever, that you're tracking what happens and what conditions they take on and off every few years. Just make sure you stay on top of things because, as we know, government branches aren't perfect. So, yeah. And with that, I have to go. Otherwise, I'm going to be late for training. I might be already. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining me for Live at Lunchtime. And I will be back on Monday.